Yay! And now we're recording, and welcome to Fun Food and Facts. My name is Samantha, in case you don't know. And if you don't know who I am, I just tell you I'm a director with Champion, and I'm really excited to do Fun Food and Facts. I do Fun Food and Facts every single Sunday night at 9 o'clock Eastern Time, 6 o'clock Pacific Time. I'm in Eastern Time Zone right now, and it's got me completely screwed up. Let me just tell you. It's only 3 little hours. But those 3 little hours makes a really, really big difference. So I am going to be doing Fun Food and Facts this week for you. Normally, if you're new and you're not sure, I shouldn't say normally, just like it's always kind of sort of different, but a lot of times we like to have several different trainers on, and we'll have like food training, like a demonstration or a recipe. We'll have just all kinds of neat things to help you in your business. And so this week, I had quite a few people asking me about vendor shows. And even though vendor shows are all year round, I do notice that this time of year, they're bigger than normal, right? I mean, does everybody else notice that? Like they're more to come by, they're easier to come by, and you just gotta be prepared for them. So I'm gonna give you all of my tips and tricks. And the reason why I say mine is because if you have another director or you have a friend or you've been doing it yourself for a while and you're like, you know, what she says contradicts what I like to do and it's working for you, girl, do it. You know, that's what's good about this. This is just for you to, I'm going to tell you how to be successful, how I'm successful, I should say, in my vendor shows. And hopefully these tips can help you. And if you're brand new and you have nowhere to go, then this could be like a good baseline for you. And of course, you're always going to pick up like your own little trademark and your own things. So, alrighty then. I'm going to share my screen a little bit, but I am not doing that right now. I had this weird pop-up thing on my computer. I'm sorry, I had to fix this. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, I want to give you some tips on how to get vendor shows, okay? Because, and why. Let's talk about why. First and foremost, we need them to grow our business. The first thing people ask me is, oh, did you just have a really great friends and family base? Is that how you got started? No, I didn't. And again, I can tell you that when people use the excuse with me of, well, I just moved here, I don't know anybody. You can't use that excuse with me because I literally moved across the country and knew not a single person, and I still managed to make it work. And it really was because I did vendor shows. I mean, it was other things, and I've talked about that in the past, but the vendor shows are really, really helpful. That's how I got out there and met so many people. So how do you find vendor shows? Or actually, let me go back to the why. I feel like I'm going around in circles. Sorry about the squirrel moments. But why is because that's how you're going to meet people and where you're going to date and you're going to recruit, because you don't want to stay in your friends and family network, A. And B, if you don't have a friends and family network, that's the quickest and easiest way to get you into other people's homes. Because you think about it, if you date one party at one vendor show, it's worth your day being there. Because that one party, you could date 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and those are all different party chains, right? And so you want to have those different party chains. And that's really, really why we do it. We do it to meet people. We don't do to sell, although you can, of course you can. But the main purpose to be there is to recruit and date. And I need you guys to put that in your mind, because I feel like so many people go to vendor shows and their main focus is just to sell. And I feel like if you're there just to sell, then you're really not doing the job, because we're not supposed to even always be out and about doing things like that, but we are to meet people, right? That's the why. So how to find them. So how you're going to find them is sometimes they're going to fall in your lap and it's going to be super easy and super simple. And then sometimes they're not. So if you are in Northeast Ohio, I didn't think about that for a minute, Northeast Ohio, which a lot of you are, I know that, I'm going to give you a tip that is going to help you. And I really, really, really wish we had this tip where I live now, but we don't. So I'm actually going to share my screen and I'm going to show you something. Okay. Oh, I need that up. I just don't need to be on Facebook. Okay. Craft show booklet.com. Hello. thecraftshowbooklet.com. You're going to love this. You got to order your 2017 booklet now and make sure you order 2018 the second it's available. But basically, it's like $10 or $11 for this book. Let's see. $14. It went up a little bit. Worth every single penny. So you send this one $14. Her name's Jennifer Wintrick. I do not know her, I don't think, but for some reason I feel like I've met her before, but I don't know. Jennifer Wintrick, and she literally sends you a book. And I'm not going to say all of them because that's not true. There's so many out there, but she sends you a book of like all of the huge events in Northeast Ohio. I want to say county, and that's not true. Northeast Ohio, okay? She'll send you, and each one will tell you, it's for all year round, but she'll tell you the dates, how many people are expected, the people to connect with, their phone numbers and or emails, and how much the booth costs. I used to get this book. This was like my lifesaver. This was like my everything book. Like, I loved it. I would go through as soon as I got it, and I highlighted all the ones I wanted, and I contacted these people immediately, and I'd send them my contracts immediately, and as soon as I got in, I'd put them, ooh, hang on, I got comments. I put them in my date book. And when people think, oh, those are all taken already, wrong. So many people think that, so then they don't do it. Okay. And a lot of times people drop out. Like, if, for example, if there was something I really, really wanted, I would say, would you please take my name and number, and I can pay you immediately. So if for any reason, if this person that you have isn't there or doesn't show up or for anything at all, would you please call me? Or I would even say, do you know who's doing it? Because I'd find out if it was somebody in Champion or my team. I'd be like, hey, you want to do it together? Or can I help you? Or can I work a shift? And that was always helpful too, because we don't steal. We never steal. It's not good. Don't steal. And if they ever said we have a Tupperware person, but we'll have a second one, that's not ethical. I mean, I can't say it's never ethical because there are some I shouldn't say vendor shows, but like street fairs and things that are so big that if you had one on each end, it really wouldn't make a big difference. It wouldn't hurt you. But usually they're not that big. And so that would be not right. So anyway, that's for if you're in Ohio. If you're not in Ohio, then I'm going to give you some tips of how to look for things. So first of all, I go straight to Facebook, and I'm going to share my screen again because I really like showing you guys, not just telling you. Oh, good, you guys, that's sweet. Oh, yay, I'm glad you guys love that. Okay, I'm glad I'm not showing you things that you're like, duh, we already know. I would never want to do that. Okay, share my screen. Why is it not letting me share my screen? Oh, there we go. Okay, so let's go back over to Facebook, shall we? All right, where's my Facebook? Okay, Facebook page. All right, so you see over here where it says events, you're gonna click on events, and then these are all the events, all of them, and then here's events near Brunswick. It's because I'm in Brunswick, it's actually putting my location of where I am in. But if I was back home, it would say events near me there. So you can write today or next week or see more. So I don't think you can click on that, no. So let's say see more. I have found so many shows this way, so many. I'm like, oh, look, Made in Ohio Arts and Crafts Festival. And then I click on it, and then I find out who the person is. I'm like, or I even message on here, hey, do you guys have a Tupperware person? Can I be in there? Cleveland Oktoberfest, St. Rocco Festival, Zoo Clues and Brews. That sounds cute. John Mayer. Okay, you probably want to go there, but maybe you want to see John Mayer and didn't know he was coming to Cuyahoga Falls. Made in Ohio Festival Preview Night, Made in Ohio Art and Craft Festival. Look at all of these ones that you could probably maybe get into, right? This is just one way. I just wanted to show you this is one way that I actually found shows. And I'm not kidding. I found some really, really, really great shows that way. Okay. Loretta says to check Craigslist. I didn't even know that. So Loretta says check Craigslist. So you guys check Craigslist. Just be careful on Craigslist. I read a lot of bad things about Craigslist. Everybody that I meet where I live who've gotten roommates off Craigslist, I've been a little bit cray-cray. So just be careful on there. All right, so that's another way. So here's another way. This is like crazy. You're going to be like, really? You can just do this? Yeah, let me share my screen again. I keep just sharing my screen. All right, so we're gonna go up here and start a new thing. I need you to move. This little thing needs to move. You guys can't see it, but I can. All right, and then you're gonna go vendor and craft. So let's spell craft. Craft shows near me. So it says it knows my locations in Ohio right now. So these are all of these. Like you can arts and craft shows business. So click on that for one. Look at all these craft shows and all these, like you could call all of these places. Isn't that cool? You can go to different states here. Look at that, right? Isn't that neat? Why isn't California on here? Okay. There's find art shows, craft shows near you. Click on that. Right? And look, you can put your zip code in, description, the month that you want. Here's all kinds of other ones that you can find. I mean, that's legit, guys. Like when people are saying, how can I find them? They're right there. They're for us. There's a little bit of work and research in it that you actually have to do, but not a whole lot. And oh my goodness gracious, we have a dog going cray-cray. I'm guessing that means his mother is home. Pam must be home because he's going crazy. So yeah, that's how you're gonna find them. So I'm not gonna spend a whole lot more time on that because you can even call like local churches because churches are always having something, and call them now, even if you want them for like November, December, January, February, or for the spring, and you're thinking, oh, spring is so far away. Book them now, like right now, because who knows? What if in the spring, like what if right now you're like, man, you just kill it, right? And then you got this huge team, and you got all this stuff going on, and you got this event coming up, and you can say to one of your new girls, go to that event and go expand your business. Or maybe it just happens to hit you at the right time, and you're like, I really am glad I booked this show because I really needed it. They have a Facebook page for vendor craft shows in Northeast Ohio too. Actually, that's a great one, Patty. And I'm pretty sure that they have that in all counties because I've seen it everywhere. So Facebook, internet, Google, old-fashioned call on the phone is really how you're going to find them. We're going to move on because I could probably stay on this for a while and I want to give you more tips. Okay, so how to be successful. So I'm going to give you, like I said, some different things you can do. So A, if you're gonna sell product, okay, let's just go with it. If you're gonna sell, like, let's go with that first. If you're gonna sell products, you gotta have a really nice display, okay? If you don't, then it kind of looks like a garage sale. So I'm gonna give you tips of how to have a nice display. Number one, you know those little stickers that people use at the garage sales, like little round, like neon stickers? Oh my gosh, shh, I'm filming here, hello. So anyways, those little round stickers, they're like neon or white or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? You go to Walmart and you find them in the aisle and people use them at garage sales. Don't use them at your vendor shows because it looks like a garage sale. Don't do it. It literally like makes me cringe when I see people do it and they post pictures online like, oh, I can't believe you just did that. And also, it gets stuck on the product and they're really, really hard to get off and you gotta use like Goo Gone to get the stickers off. Not a good start for a very high quality product. Remember, we're high quality product. We're like, if we were in the purse world, we'd be a Louis Vuitton. Let me just tell you. Probably, I'm just letting you know, okay? We're not a Michael Kors. We're not a Kate Spade. We're a Louis Vuitton. Do you put stickers on your Louis Vuitton? No. You're not going to put stickers on your Tupperware either. So I'm going to show you how to make your own price tags very quickly. Are you guys ready? I hope so. And I hope that I don't take too long doing this, but I'm going to show you. It's so super simple. So I'm going to share my screen again. All right. So you're going to go to Walmart or Office Max or whatever it's called now, Office Depot or Staples, and you're going to buy those Avery labels, and they're 30 to a page. So you're going to go to avery.com. And then you're going to design and print online. You're going to print it yourself. And you're going to go to address and shipping labels. You're going to sign in. I have a sign in. So we're going to do that. Say password. Okay, we're going to sign in. and we're gonna pick the product. This is it right here, 5160. So we're gonna select this product. Select product. I use a blank design right here, so just use a blank design. All right, and then he says you can edit all or edit one. We're gonna edit one at a time. So let's just say, let's click on text because you gotta add a text box, right? Let's say that I'm selling, I'm gonna make something up, my Power Chef Pro system, right? And the retail is $79, I think. And my sale price is $50. I'm just making this up, guys, okay? You don't have to do this exact thing. I'm just making it up. So I put it in the middle. I make this look kind of better. You know, I might like bold it. I might make a different font. I don't know. You don't have to make a different font. I just did. You don't have to do that. I'm just saying you can. All right. I like to make my sale price a little bit bigger. That didn't seem to work. There we go. Maybe bold it a little bit. And then there you go. Okay. So you're gonna go to the next one and the next one, the next one. You see how that is? Okay. So that's how you're gonna make them. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen so I can tell you the rest. So then you're gonna print them off. All right. That's how you're gonna make them. You're gonna print them off. All right, so after you print them off, I put I literally unstick them and stick them on like construction paper or like cardstock or colored paper. I like the colored paper, so I stick them on the colored paper just like they are on the labels, and then I run them through a laminator. And once you run them through a laminator and you cut them up, they're beautiful. And you use double-sided tape to stick them on, or you can go to Michael's and find those cute little things you can like stick them on so they have like little decoration. That's step number one to be successful at a vendor show. And it's because you want to look pristine and beautiful. You want it to look so professional, right? Like if you go to these shows and there's like 20 other vendors there and they're all direct sales and they're all like fighting for people's attentions. So people look, it's like what's aesthetically pleasing to them. So I have these little twinkle lights that I put up, and I went to Michael's and bought one of those like crates, and then I spray painted it gray because that's like my theme. And then I bought those little letters that say Tupperware, and I spray painted them black, and I put them out, and they're super cute. Sometimes they're a pain in the drain to put up, but they're cute. I mean, like, I just think about like my signs. You got to make signs and laminate things and put them in like those little plastic things, you know what I'm talking about? They like lean, you know, you can buy them at like Staples or Walmart or wherever. Have different levels and layers of it. So like have little stands. I like to buy those plate things. You know, if you go to like Walmart where they, you can buy the stuff or the plates, you know, separate in your cupboards. I hope that you guys understand what I'm talking about. But I buy them and I set things on them, and I have tablecloths. And if you don't have a Tupperware one, then get an all black one, right? Just whatever you can do to make your display look pretty. So that's another way. And again, the price tag labels are going to be the most brilliant thing for you to use if you're going to sell product. And I also get a lot of questions of what product should I sell? Well, I'm going to tell you, I can tell you what normally does sell. Bowls sell usually because everybody wants bowls. Tumblers sell. I usually break them up and put them into like a basket and say $5 each. Because people will buy $5 each before they'll spend $20 for, you know, like $5. You know what I mean? Like it's weird, but they do. So I break them up, and people like to rummage through those stuff. But I make it look classy. It's in a cute little basket, right? Not one of those like plastic Rubbermaid bins. Another cringe when I see people do it. Don't do that, please. I mean, I can't tell you what to do. I'm not your boss, but please don't do it. So like get something a little bit nicer for it. I have used one of those Tupperware plastic containers because Tupperware, so you can. So that's kind of how I do those things that what I sell. I like to buy on sale so I can sell on sale. That's what I normally do for my shows. But that's if you're going to buy stuff to sell at the show. All right. So if you're not going to buy stuff, if you're like, I don't have the money or I don't have the stock or I don't know what to do, then A, If you're brand new and all you have is your kit is enough. But it's the same thing. You got to make your display look good, right? You have to. I mean, if you don't have a good looking display, people are going to walk right by you. And how you do that is exactly what I said. It might maybe invest like $5 or $10 or $15 or $20. If you don't have the $20 to invest, then, you know, then do the best that you possibly can. But $20 you could probably invest, and you could go to the store and get a couple cute little things, and it really would make a big difference. You know, Michael's, they have the 40% off coupon. Hobby Lobby always has a 40% off coupon. Those places are really good to go. And if you bring your husband or your significant other with you, you guys both have 40% off coupons, then you go buy the two most expensive things, and then you go through the line together, like, but separate, and you have two different transactions, you know. Not that I've done that a million times, but you know, if you want to do it, you can. But that's just a good tip. So anyways, that's what I would suggest for that. If you have nothing to sell and you want to invest, or you've been a little bit longer, my suggestion is to bring your whole kit and the current Hostess gift special that's in the catalog, because that lasts 4 months, and I think that you should invest in that right away or earn it right away in your Confident Start program. Either one, you're gonna need that, and display that. Have signs, and if you have like something you earned from Confident Start, or maybe you have the grill or a pressure cooker or your very favorite product, whatever it is, display it, okay? Because that's how people are going to get excited, and that's what you're gonna talk about, because you're excited. If you're excited, they're excited. But if you're not excited, they're not excited. Okay, so that's product. So let's move on to you're at the show. I would say 98% of the time, I say 98, not 100%, because that would be lying, but 98% of the time, I don't even allow chairs anywhere near my booth. Because if you're sitting behind a table, you're not very inviting. So I want you when your next vendor show you go to, whether it's one that you are at or one that you're just going to visit, I want you guys to walk around and be very observant, very, very observant. And here's what you're gonna find. You're gonna find people sitting behind their tables, reading a book or on their iPad, or they brought their kids. That's not professional either. I mean, I do know people who brought their kids to work with them, you know, like they're professional and they're helping. And I don't have children, so I don't know how I actually feel about that. But when you have your kids running around, like, that's not very professional. But again, that's going to be a judgment call. But walk around and look, and you're going to see who's being successful and who's not. The one that's dressed professional, which we'll get to in a minute, and the one that's not sitting behind the table or reading a book or have their face in their phone, you know, like the ones that are more like alert and looking around and making eye contact and talking to people, that's the ones that are more successful, and you're gonna see that. So don't sit. I mean, I'm not gonna say I never sit. I have gone to shows before. They were really, really, really long, and there's like no one coming through, and I'm like, okay, fine, I'll sit for a minute. But if there's people coming through, I stand, I walk around my table, I talk to the other vendors. I mean, these are things that you should be doing anyways, because that's how you're gonna have a successful vendor show. But anyway, that is just some tips. So let's talk about what you're gonna wear, right? What you're gonna wear. No jeans. Don't wear jeans. No tennis shoes. I mean, I know some people have like medical problems and they have to, but if you don't have a medical problem, don't wear tennis shoes. So no jeans, no tennis shoes, no sweatpants. I had a girl show up at a show with sweatpants. I literally thought I was gonna have a heart attack. I for real did. I'm like, my husband's there and I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? Can I just tell her she can't work with me in sweatpants? I won't work with her in sweatpants, you know? And then it turned out to be okay, because she actually changed before the show started. But anyways, for mini heart attack. So no jeans, no sweatpants, no tennis shoes. Think about what you want to meet with somebody. Like, you don't have to wear a full-blown dress outfit, right? I like to dress nicer. I like to wear a name tag. If you don't have a name tag, you can buy them online, Vistaprint, get a name tag. So I just like to look very professional, and I usually like to wear comfortable shoes for my feet all day. I've made that mistake of wearing heels before. Don't wear heels unless you're a heels girl and you're really, really good at it. Find some really comfortable, nice, professional flats, because it's a long day on your feet, you know, long, long day. So professional. So we talked about dress, we talked about display, and we talked about like some mannerisms. So we'll go couple other mannerisms. And Remember, like I said before, you walk around and talk to the vendors. So here's what I find very annoying. And again, this is just my mind, what I find annoying. Maybe you don't find it annoying, but I do. I find super annoying when people walk around to me and they're like handing me their catalog. Hi, I'm so-and-so, no, here's my catalog, and they walk away. They could give a crap about me or what I'm doing. They just want to hand me their catalog. And I'm like, move on with your bad self. Don't want nothing to do with you, right? And I'm like, if I want your catalog, cheat guide, come get it, right? So I don't say that. Don't say that. You can think things, but you can't say them. So anyway, don't do that. It's quite annoying. I do take my catalogs and my business cards or something with me, like if I am walking around sometimes, or I'll just keep my business cards like in my pocket or something. But I do walk around, and you've got to meet the vendors, because that's how I've gotten into so many shows and how I've gotten even more business. So I'm friendly. Hi, I'm Samantha. What's your name? Oh, great. How long have you been in your business? This is so cool. Your display looks great. Even if I don't lie. I try to make something like truthful. You know, like I find something that I can say nice to them, right? I'm not going to say it looks great if it doesn't look great. I'm not going to do that. But like, your display looks great, or I love your shoes, or that's so cute, or oh my gosh, I didn't know you could do that. You know, you just kind of make a conversation with them, and they're like, oh, what do you do? Oh, I'm with Tupperware. I'm right over here. Oh, I love Tupperware. I'm going to have to come see you. Yeah, come on over. We have some great stuff for sale. That'd be really, really good. And then I don't even follow up with, here's my business card. You know what I mean? Like if they do, I might exchange with them, or if I make like a good connection with them. But I try to make several connections if I can, maybe even at the end. Hey, do you do a lot of these shows? What's the next one? I'm trying to get into them. I'm kind of new around here, or I'm new to the business. I'm trying to get in more. Do you have any shows that maybe you can hook me up with? You need to find people you can be hooked up with, especially if you're by yourself, because if you're right next door to somebody that you always know, then you can take turns when you're doing bathroom breaks. You know, can you watch my booth? I'm going to go to the bathroom, right? You just want to have that connection with people. Or if they're like, I'm looking for a Tupperware person. Oh, I met this great Tupperware person right next to me. She was very professional. She wasn't grumpy. She wasn't sitting behind her table. And you hear that, right? So you got to be nice to the other vendors. And we'll also tell you that I did this show once where no one showed up. No one showed up. I shouldn't say no one. Maybe like 5 people in like 8 hours showed up, okay? And every single person was complaining. Even if it's the worst show of your whole entire life, don't complain to the other vendors even when they do it. Don't feed into their negativeness. Just smile and go, oh, okay, well, that's nice. Because I was the only one that wasn't complaining at the show. The only one that wasn't complaining at the show. I sold so much and dated a ton of parties and recruited because the other vendors came to me because I was the happy one. So just something to think about. Okay, so we talked about what to bring. We talked about what to do at the show. Oh, you know what we didn't talk about? The most important thing of the show, you guys. If you don't get these done, it's like you weren't there. I say that about your parties too. If you don't get a door prize drawing slip at your party, it's like you weren't there. It's almost wasted time. So I'm going to show you my door prize drawing slip, and you guys are free to make your own. To be perfectly honest, I really like mine a lot, but I do want to update it. And I keep saying I'm going to, but then I don't, but I'm going. But it works. It's a good one. Let me share my screen again. All right. So let's go over to my website. This is our team website, and you guys are all welcome to use it. So it is www. I don't even have to do that anymore, but twteamspirt.weebly.com. And every time I go on here, I realize I do update the calendar for my team, but for some reason I don't update it on here. I don't know why I forget to do that. Anyways, you go down to more and look at this. I have a whole thing on vendor shows and how to get leads. Who'd have thunk it? And it has a picture of me at one of my vendor shows. I thought I had several pictures of me at my vendor shows. Maybe just one. Oh, here they are. Here's a couple other ones that I've done in the past. Some of them were okay, some of them weren't. I mean, but you can just kind of get an idea of how I set up, you know, and they're always different. It just depends on the space. Like this one in the middle I had with the purple, I don't like that tablecloth. I think it looks terrible now that I'm looking at it, but it's all wrinkly. That's my fault. But it was such a small little space. It looks bigger than what it is, but it was such a small space. And so that's all I had to work with. But anyway, so vendor craft shows. This actually gives you all the tips that I just gave you, right? And then a couple other ones. Some helpful tips to have a successful show. Look, here's a PDF slip of your lead slips I'm going to show you in a minute. And you can also click here, and here is a packing list of everything that you need. You got your dress professional. Oh, look, no, see things I just say over and over again. All this stuff right here. But if you click here, this is your packing list. Things to not forget: money bank and money bag, calculators, order forms, pens, lead slips, party planning packets, info envelopes, catalogs, and sale flyers. See, all this stuff is right here at your fingertips. Aren't you glad that somebody put that together for you? All right, here's your PDF for your lead slips. There's 4 to a page. You just print them off and you can cut them out. All right. And then here's a PDF of a printout of what to say. So look, after you're finished with the show, you got all these lead slips and you need to know what the heck to do with them, right? And so I like to call them. And well, you should call them. Otherwise, it's like wasted time. And here's scripts for you. Oh my gosh. Who'd have thought that someone would give you scripts? I know, I'm just kidding. I'm being sarcastic. I'm sorry. But anyway, so this is like, what if they say no? This is what you say. And then if they say, we have to leave out a voicemail, some info for you. Like, these are just fun things for you that you can go through and you can use. Isn't that great? Tell me in the comments if you like that or if you need more stuff. Let's see. I am lost. Where's my screen? There it is. Okay, give me some comments, guys. Tell me what you think so far, because I think I've kind of cleared it all. What I do for my door prize drawing subs is I usually give away a gift card. I'm going to tell you how I do it. So I don't like to give away product, and the reason why I don't like to give away product is because then I have to ship it to you and remember to do that, or you got to pick it up and it's just a hot mess. So this is what I do. I say I'm going to give away a $20 or $25 gift card, whatever I'm in the mood to do, a Tupperware gift card. And then I call the person. I don't just I never say that I'm gonna pick a winner like randomly. I'm honest. They don't ask me really because I don't tell them. So I say to them, oh, I'm just gonna pick a winner. And so I pick a winner, and it's usually the person that I liked the most that I couldn't get a date in my date book. Because bring your date book, guys. It is so much easier to date them right then and there than it is to date them, like later on. And I do like to bring like water bottles or something with me that I bought really, really inexpensive, and say that if you put a date in my date book today, that you can take one of these home with you. And people are like, yay, right? That's when I get the stuff. Like, what's on the back of the sale flyer right now? Those like watermelon cups, right? Watermelon cups, is that what they're called? The tumbler ones are like 2 for $13. That's what I buy. I buy those because with my discount, split them up, it really wasn't that expensive. And I wrap them up, put a pretty little bow on them. And that's what I give away. Things like that because it's so inexpensive that people want it, right? Okay, so, gosh, where was I? Oh, yeah. So I'm going to give away a gift card. And so I call up the person that I really, really wanted the most. And let's just say, okay, I see Susan up here. I'll say, Susan, so you're my winner. I'm so excited. You won a $25 Tupperware gift card. And you're like, yay, that's so wonderful. I always hear this, I never win anything. I hear that all the time. I'm like, well, okay. So let me tell you something. You did win this, but you can upgrade your gift. Would you like to? And then usually they go, well, what's the upgrade? I'll go, okay. Well, if you do your own Tupperware cooking class in your home or Tupperware party, it's up to you which one you want to do. Then I will upgrade your gift to a $50 surprise pack that'll bring to your party, but you got to do it in the next 30 days. And it's usually stuff I have laying around. I've got $50 of stuff, right? It doesn't say what it is. It's a $50 surprise pack. And they're like, really? And I'm like, yeah, it'll be so much fun. And they're like, okay, that sounds great. I almost always get the upgrade. Almost always. Almost. And I can't say always because we can't speak in absolutes. Only Siths speak in absolutes. Star Wars, in case you don't know. Anyway. So, yeah. So that's what I do. And if they don't, I'm going to tell you that I usually say, well, hey, let me send you a virtual catalog to your email, or I can text it to you, and then you can flip through it, and you have until Friday to call me with your order. Shipping and tax is not included, but it's a $25 gift card, so you can use it towards a bigger purchase, or you can buy just $25. It's up to you. And they're like, okay, sounds great. I've only had one person ever call me back with an order. I mean, like, I try to give them, like, time where I'll call them or text them. And so I'm telling you that because I don't want you to feel like you're giving out all of these gift cards and you're going to be, like, spending all this money. You're really not, okay? I just want you to know. All right, so let's see what we have. Comments. Oh, you're welcome, Johnny. Oh, thanks, Marsha. You're so sweet. Love all that you share with us. So detailed. Oh, I'm glad that you like the detail because I've been working on my details. Someone's been helping me with that. Love the upgrade idea. Oops, hang on. Thanks for the do not forget list. Also, when other vendors need to borrow your screwdriver or duct tape, they think the Tupperware is awesome. Also, candy dish is helpful to get people to come. Actually, she's absolutely right. I love the candy dish. I usually put candy dishes. And Dixie, oh, Chris is on. Hi, Chris. Chris is on. Aw, you're so sweet. And we'll get two Chris's on. That's right. We have Chris Castro and Dixie Chris. Chris Anderson. I'm sorry. I know it's not Dixie Chris, but so yes, and you. I've been using your vendor callback sheets. Oh, good. I'm glad you like them. Okay, so you guys, this is time for questions, comments. Put the questions and comments in the chat bar. Any questions that you have, like sometimes you guys don't have questions, and then I think to myself, did I really do that good of a job, or are you guys just being shy? You can ask me any question, even if you feel like it might be a stupid question. Trust me, they're not. The reason why I'm so detailed on things, and I am getting better at even more details, is because I had so many questions myself. So, you know, when we have iPhones, you can tell when people are typing. I wish we had a little typing bubble here so I can be like, oh, people are typing. But I don't have that, so I don't know if anybody is. All right, so anyway, while we're waiting for that, let's see who is on. I'm looking for somebody specific. She is not on. Okay, I hope to see her tomorrow night then. Okay, so, yeah, all right. I think that's, I mean, we're going to do romper room. I'm going to talk about the gift in a minute, but I think that's really it for the training I have. I really hope that you guys got a lot out of it because there's so many vendor shows going on right now, and you can get it, even if there's one like in 3 days and you're like, oh, they're probably booked, call them anyways, because I got into this most fantastic show. It was right around Christmas time. I found it online and I was like, oh my gosh, it's in 2 days, but I really want this show. And I called and they're like, yeah, no, $20. I'm like, $20, woohoo. And I got it and it was great. How do you get people to buy or be interested in the product? People will look away and keep walking. You're gonna have that. And I mean, you do. And I'm gonna tell you, the first hour or two at any show that I do early in the morning is very frustrating for me. It's very, very frustrating because it's usually, forgive me if I say this the wrong way, but it's usually like the much older retired crowd. And they're like, I've got so much Tupperware. And I'm just like, oh, I have to hear that again, right? It's so annoying. Or they'll say, Tupperware is not what it used to be. And I go, it's better. And then you have to realize that I'm being sarcastic, and you can't be sarcastic. You got to be like, just let them go and think what they're going to think, you know? So it's really annoying. It is. But you just got to let it go because there are people that want us. So how do you get people to look at your products? Honestly, it's having the door prize drawing. Hey, we're doing a door prize drawing. We should come over and we're going to give away a $25 Tupperware gift card. Or if you want to give away a prize, you can, you know, and you can have it sitting there. And that's how you get them in. They can look at your product, but sometimes they want to look at you first. You know, so I try to like just bring them in by talking to them and having conversations with them, you know, and then they kind of look at your products afterwards. If they don't want to look at it and they want to keep walking, it's fine. It's going to happen. But when they come over, I try to have something that, like I said, I'm really, really excited about. Like if I have the Fridge Smart sets there because it's my very, very favorite product ever. And if you haven't heard me say that, I've said it. I mean, it is. So I try to have something there because I'm like, you guys, look at these Fridge Smarts. They're amazing, right? You've got to see these. And then they're like, really? That's so cool. And then you talk about it. So that's kind of how I keep people to like look at stuff. But if they're going to walk away and keep walking, it's not you. I mean, unless you're standing there in sweatpants and sitting behind your table in your iPad or reading a book, it's not you, okay? Don't take it personal. But if you're going to take it personal, you need to look at yourself and say, am I in sweatpants? Am I in jeans? Am I sitting behind my table? Am I being personable? Am I being eye contacty? Am I being nice? If you're doing all of those things, it's not you, okay? If you're not doing those things, then it might be you. Kind of kidding. Kind of. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding, you guys. I use the candy kisses and a sign that says, let me help you kiss your debts away. Oh, I love that. I'm stealing that. Oh, it's so cute. I love that. How much do you usually spend? That just is a really good question, but it depends because I did a one-day show that was only like 5 or 6 hours and I spent $350 on it. And it was because I knew it was going to be good and I knew I needed that contact and I wanted to do that. But I wouldn't do that all the time, right? So it just depends. I spent anywhere from 20 on like a normal one-day show festival. I usually spend $20 to $50. But I mean, where I live now, it's a little bit more expensive to do the shows. Like $100 to do a show is like no big deal, $50 to $100. So that's kind of what they are here. But in Ohio, I usually spent 20 to 50, I should say. Unless they were like weekend shows or like fairs and festivals, because then you invest a little bit more because of course they have more people coming in, right? You should have add to your don't forget. You should have add to your don't forget. I don't know what that means. Tell me again what that means, Shar. Do you gift wrap your products in sets? No, I do not. I do not, unless you have the most amazing gift wrapping skills of all times. It looks tacky in my personal opinion. You got to have really good, and you know, like the shrink wrap. That stuff is amazing. If you can make it look good, do that. But I don't normally do that, because I want to be able them to touch it and pick it up. And I want to touch it and pick it up and show them the different sizes and sets. And if they're in like wrapped together, then you can't. So unless you're selling it that way at your table, I wouldn't. But that's a personal choice. Ask older people if they need a wedding gift for a granddaughter or college kid. Oh, I love that, Shar. That's so good. That's a really, really good one. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I just know that in my first couple hours when I do shows, a lot of times, it really is a lot of, I had one person walk by, the Shapo toy used to be shinier. What the crap was that? It used to be shinier? I mean, like, I just looked at them and I think I gave them a look like, are you dumb? Like, but no, they're not dumb. I mean, that's what they thought. Maybe it was shinier back in the day. What do I know? I don't know. I think our stuff's pretty shiny now. So, but yeah, I mean, you're just going to have to let it go. Just like, you know, it's no big deal. It's not you. If I was dressed like this, it would be me. But anyway, okay, so yeah, I hope that's good. That's great questions. I don't know if there's any more or not, but what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to end the recording right here, and then we're going to do the next half. Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that? I'm in the house by myself, and there's somebody who just talked in the house. That's creepy. Okay. At least I have witnesses in case somebody is in the house. The address here is 468 Gloucester Circle, Brunswick, Ohio. I don't know the zip code, just in case. So, okay, I'm going to end the recording, and then I'm going to talk about what's next.